Knows no bounds.
Skip.
C
I
for
gave
that?
him a C.
Wow, usually it's an F. Maybe it is.
I mean, think about it. I'm going to let this sink in.
All right,
break it down.
Let this sink in for a second. The Eagles have a very, 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 very bad secondary, and I think they're like 28th or 29th in pass defense.
Yep.
They improved. After they played the Cowboys, they got beat 37-10. Their pass defense improved. Now, this is what they did against Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers threw for 422, 2 touchdowns. Case Keenum, 380, 3 touchdowns. First Cousins, 333, 4 touchdowns. Matt Ryan, 320, 3 tubs. Dak Prescott yesterday, 209, 1 TD. You see?
209? I got 239. Don't short him.
Hold on. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, 239. My bad.
Thank you. You're trying to make him sound bad.
You do not miss my bad.
My bad. 230.
Nothing.
239, which is 90 yards less than everybody else at the bare minimum.
Yeah. How'd Carson Wentz do?
I love it. Skip Bayless. He didn't go.
They played in the same game.
Hold on, first of all, if Carson was throwing against his secondary, he probably threw for 500. But that's not here.
Wait, Carson Wentz didn't even break the 200 mark.
Skip, we're not talking about
191.
Skip.
You like that?
You're the runner. It's my turn. It's my turn to tell you. Okay. You gonna let me explain to you why I get Skip. I gave him a C because I do not believe that they won this game because of Dak Prescott. Skip, you saw him throwing the ball to Amari Cooper. I thought he threw one great ball yesterday. One great ball, and that was the rail throw to Jalen Mills when he hit Amari up the rail. Other than that, guys were wide open. The touchdown. Was that guy not? Was he not wide open? Skip the touchdown end zone. Was he not wide open? Yes.
I didn't even write it on my list.
Oh, good. Okay?
That's another one. That's an Aaron Rodgers memorial. Just throw it underhand.
Okay. And what about the slug goal? When he hit Amari up the rail? I don't know.
Sweet.
What is
that?
Not a good throw? What is Douglas thinking?
See, that's the throw Carson Wentz misses.
Stop it.
Yeah, he does.
You stop. But Skip, and the thing is, the accuracy is still a problem.
Really?
Yes. Did you saw it last night? And I had the DJ cut this mix up. Got a remix for me going on right now, right quick. Yeah. Oh, Dak Prescott. Now, Skip, there's a reoccurring theme that we've seen every game this year, and it's on slant patterns that we keep seeing. DJ, drop the beat right quick. I'm gonna keep talking over it in the background. Now, you see this, Skip Bayless, right here.
Yeah.
You see that right there, Skip?
I saw a drop. Is what I saw.
Skip, now we keep seeing the Skip.
Yeah.
Every game this year, we've seen at least one of those.
Did Gallup catch the second one?
No, he caught, but but I'm sure, Skip, he caught it, but it wasn't an accurate throw.
So you count.
Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Welcome to our Drive Time Report. I'm back, finished working for now and all that, and we are going to go ahead and take care of a little Cowboys talk here. Let's get open for business, and let's wake up the football gods. You know what? I keep hearing the same reoccurring theme when it comes to our Dallas Cowboys. That you would think that the Dallas Cowboys have one of the worst offenses in the NFL. That literally, we're Mary Sisters of the Poor when it comes to our offense. You hear, my man Shannon Sharp, Skip, they missed on that Slago route, man. They missed on that one. He caught the ball, but the ball wasn't perfect. I think it's Jenna Wolf, who's on Undisputed, who is forever throwing shades on the Dallas Cowboys, talking about how their offense, they regressed or they weren't as good. Here's the thing that's amazing. If Dak Prescott is the most inaccurate quarterback like they keep talking, how is it that the Dallas Cowboys lead the NFL? Stello, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Lead the NFL in total offense here with 437 yards of offense. I'm just trying to understand how an inaccurate quarterback is ended up getting almost 50 yards more than Kansas City per game. I'm just trying to understand that. Because we keep hearing about how bad, they played some bad teams, which is true. But we did play some good teams. We lost to them, but yet the Dallas Cowboys let me change the camera here. The Dallas Cowboys are here. 437 yards per game. Baltimore at 434, which is a surprise. Kansas City at 400. Houston, Texas at 396. Seattle Seahawks 391. Right? And what they'll tell you is, well, it's just because you got Zeke Elliott. But hold up. Here we have quarterbacks in yardage so far. Dak is third with 21-23, right? But this is what's crazy. This is what's crazy about this, because the Dallas Cowboys in passing, receiving, and rushing have a player in the top 5 in every category. Because we go down here, running. Dalvin Cook, 725. Leonard Fournette, 715. Christian McCaffrey, 618. Nick Chubb, 607. And Zeke Elliott at 605. Fifth, Zeke is. Receiving, Michael Thomas, who signed the big contract, 763. Chris Gordon, 662. And then Amari Cooper at 621. So not only are you getting a lot of yards, but you have 3 players in each of those categories that are top 5. Now, Shannon Sharp will tell you, well, he didn't throw for that many yards. But what you want to be is a balanced attack. See, Matty Ice, you see, is thrown for more yards, right? You see that, right? 2170. Let's, for the sake of argument, look at the complete list here and see where Atlanta is at running the football. Oh, wrong category. This is where I need somebody to cue my stuff up. Let's see. Actually, hold on. Let me go to the other stat here. Shit. I'll get this right at some point. Baltimore, let's see. Atlanta Falcons, they're all the way down at 29th with 479 yards running the football. Okay? There's no other team that is top 5 in both of those categories. Top 5 in passing and running. Dudes, you can't ask for more than that on an offense. And everybody said, well, it's Dak just because he got Zeke. Well, then explain to me how come Carolina doesn't have a quarterback that's in the top 5 then. Explain to me why Minnesota doesn't have a quarterback in the top 5 in passing. Explain to me why Cleveland doesn't have a quarterback in the top 5. Because clearly, if you just have a great running back, if all it takes is to have a great runner, and all of these guys are running way more than Zeke Elliott, then how come their quarterbacks aren't in the top 5? Because none of them are. Either you have a great runner and a bad quarterback, or you have a great quarterback and bad running, with the exception of the Cowboys. You're 4th in both categories in the whole NFL. You lead the league in yardage. That's time of possession. That's keeping the ball away. That is taking a team and making sure that the other ones don't get the ball. So if you're other teams that can't run the football, then of course you're going to have to pass the ball. You're going to have more yards passing because you have to make up for what you're not getting running, and vice versa. So here's the thing that drives me crazy, because the expectation, now understand this, we're averaging 437 yards per game. That's on pace for 7,000 yards. You know how many teams have made 7,000 yards in a season? Not a lot. More over the last, 10 years than other ones. What's up, Miss Jackie? What's up, Salim? Jose, how are you doing? Brandon, yeah, I checked on some Eagle, fans and stuff, because I got worried about them. Because see, I know you guys remember this, don't you? I know you remember this.
Carson wins. Musical session. Friends, Mark Holmes, and Cowboy
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't keep words. Dreams they are
Ooh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, poor Philly. I've been checking out on my Eagle friends and stuff because, I was looking at Philly.
Thank God the Sixers are back.
The Sixers? The Sixers?
Kick their ass, double move on their ass. Everybody doing King Ding back here, and I hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys are having a great
Sixers
day.
hat?
A mother hump day. Me, look, this has been a really tough week, a very frustrating week, and just the things that I'm hearing when it comes to Carson and the Eagles.
Has he given up on the season?
We'll be doing an Eagles video later this afternoon. But in this video, I want to focus on something good, something positive. The Sixers are back. They opened their...
The Sixers? I think he's given up on the season. Can you believe that? I went over because it's been quiet in here. I had to check on my Eagle friends. I went over to Lord Brunson because I didn't have people coming over and telling me that Lord Brunson's been talking about you, that your name is all over his stuff. And I went through his live stream, and just to make sure that they're okay, because my man he's talking about basketball. Wow. You talk about a team that is really, really screwed up. That loss. I'm just amazed, Philly. I feel bad right now. A little bit bad, at least. A little bit. But here's the thing. The Dallas Cowboys, I want you to understand right now that I don't understand the expectations for our offense right now. Because way they talk, we have a blowout win, and all you're going to give Dak Prescott is a C. He was 21 out of 27 passing. They scored 37 points, and you're only getting a C? As I went through here, I tried to do some research here. Where we were last year at this time. Last year at this time, Dak Prescott had 1,022 yards. Our rushing attack had 958. Period. Right now, this year, we have 2,043 yards. Dak has literally doubled what he had done through this part last year. Doubled. 1,022 to 2,043. Don't feel bad, man. I'm sure everyone that no one was empathetic when we went 4-12. Oh no, you're right. 4-12, or we didn't go 4-12, or got you. I got you. I was thinking when you were saying that when Zeke got suspended, we went 4-12. But yeah, you're right. Defense killed him. But here's the thing. You look at where we are right now with this offense. Okay. Remember we said that Dak Prescott's a third-tier quarterback, right? Third tier. And people said, take Fitzmagic over him. Take Baker Mayfield. Take everybody over Dak Prescott. But right now, Our offense has gained 1,021 more points than last year. Stello, did I text you my email? Text it to me again, my man. Our rushing attack is improved by 64 yards. Our points, last year at this time, we averaged 20 points per game. Right now, I believe we're 7th in the NFL at 27.7. Only 2 times has the Dallas Cowboys ever had a per-game average of more than that. That was 2014 and 2007. I think we had 29-something and 29-something. Not saying that this team should be satisfied where it is. But you think about doubling your passing numbers from a year ago. Doubling your pass numbers. When we go through, and I forgot to, I apologize. And, doing this evening stuff, I don't have much time to get set up. So I kind of get here and just kind of go. So forgive me. But as we go through almost every category in there, Dak Prescott is in the top 10. And most of them he's top 5 in every category. So if you are up here like, oh, well, Dak sucks, trade him, because this is where I don't get it. And maybe it's just people are trolling me. Dak Prescott, he's overrated. Dak Prescott, dink and dunk Dak. I'd trade Dak. And I'm like, then who you going to get? Who are you going to go get? I think the expectations are above and beyond what is even capable. Because as I'm watching the game and looking at comments on Sunday, anytime there's an incomplete pass, I see comments. Dak sucks. Bench Dak. Trade him. Don't pay him. Did you look and see what Carson Wentz did on the other side with 3 turnovers? Oh, man. Yeah, you know what, Penny, I got to be honest with you. That's some idiots. Anybody who goes ahead and burns jerseys, as much as that shit costs, is crazy. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. We'll just call you 90. Antoine Myers, thank you very much for that super chat. And you're right. Second of the season, better completions. And here's some of the stuff that's crazy. If you are inaccurate, Simba, shut up. Don't come down here starting shit. Don't start it. Sorry, I got to yell at the dog. It's the only thing he listens to. And he don't even listen to that. But here's what's crazy. Dak Prescott, averaging 8.9 yards per complete. Let's see. See, this puts, when you click on this, it'll give you the category. Here's Dak right here. Completion percentage, 70.6. And what people will say is, oh, well, that's because he dinks and dunks. Well, no. Let's go per yard average. Dak Prescott is right here. 8.9. 0.2 of a yard short of the league leader, okay? Right? With 70% completions. He's throwing the ball on average as far or further than 29 teams. And has the highest completion percentage. What he has done right there, let me explain this to you. There's only been 2 other players in the history of the NFL that have had higher than 70% completion percentage and throwing the ball 8.9 yards or more. That's Slinging Sammy Baugh, and that's Joe Montana. Now, please, Shannon Sharp, explain to me how a guy who's inaccurate is doing that. My question is then, who is an accurate quarterback? You guys tell me who's an accurate quarterback that is doing that. Because I think the expectations for Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys offense are unobtainable. We're 7th in points, number 1 in total offense. Dak is in the top 5 in almost all categories. Okay, you got a balanced offense because you're 5th in running the football. I'm sorry, 4th in running the football. You're 4th in passing. Nobody else is balanced like that. You're scoring points. Okay, I think you are 6th in red zone efficiency in the NFL. So what will it take? Joe Smith, thank you very much for the super chat. What will it take for people to say, okay, we're not doing too bad? You're doubling the output that you had this time last year. You're scoring 8 points more a game than last year. You're leading the league in yardage, yet we hear, I guess it's Jenna Wolf. She drives me crazy because she always talks about, well, Dak needs those guys. You see Tom Brady and those guys, they went and traded from Mohamed Sanu, right? Gave up a number 2 for him. Apparently, they think they need a receiver, don't you? Is that a possibility? That people need players with them? Because as we look at, here's the funny thing. Here is the funny thing. As we look at this list, we talk about, New England. You got to go all the way down here to 10 to get to New England. New England is averaging 377 yards. The Cowboys are getting 60 yards more a game than New England. Green Bay, they're 11. The Rams, they're 12. So I'm trying to understand, because I'm not that bright. So I'm hoping that somebody can educate me and tell me how it is that we suck. Even, and here's what's crazy, because they'll say, well, you played some easy. We had 3 losses in there. And yet we still have that. Think about Amari Cooper didn't play really for one game, played three plays. Think about that 12-10 game in New Orleans that was a slugfest. Yet we still have more yards per game than anybody else. Okay, somebody's actually calling in on Facebook. What's up with that? We'll take it and see what happens. Okay. I don't even know how to answer the calls on Facebook. You're on Joe Boo Sports Report. Who am I talking to? Hello?
Hear me?
Yeah, I can. I guess I can now. Hold up. Wait a minute. Can you hear me?
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. There you go. What's going on, Dave?
Now? Hey, nothing, man. See, Shannon Sharp expects 100% accuracy.
Right. Yeah, but nobody's got 100% accuracy.
He's not a quarterback.
Oh, but now Skip, you know, Skip. We could have completed 5 or 6 of those passes. But here's the thing that drives
that he likes to throw out there. And I know you talk about, and I know you talking about Jenna Wolf. Yeah, she's.
Oh my God. She is forever throwing shade at Dak Prescott.
I can't stand that woman. I told Law I couldn't say, oh, you don't like Josh? I said, heck no, I don't like that long-headed female. And Molly just aggravates me even more.
Well, I just don't. The thing is that it drives me crazy. It's not just them. It's even Cowboy fans, too, who end up going through and saying the same thing. Dak sucks, trade him. And I'm like, what do you expect to get back in return? Because if what he's doing right now isn't good enough, then there's nobody out there that's good enough for you.
Exactly.
I just don't. I'm like, because, people looked at Baker Mayfield. Oh, yeah, I'll take Baker in a heartbeat. Well, look at the guys he's thrown to.
Exactly.
And what's he doing with those guys? Matt Ryan's got some great numbers and stuff, and he did have Mohamed Sanu who got traded, but he's got Julio Jones. Julio Jones is in the top 5 in receiving or anything, and he just got paid. And I'm just saying, look around at all these guys and tell me, if you could trade for anybody, who would you trade for? I mean, maybe they'd say Russell Wilson. It certainly wouldn't be Carson Wentz.
It's not going to. I mean, Russell Wilson's not going to happen. Carson Wentz, no, I don't need him. I
Uh-huh.
don't want him.
Yeah.
Don't want to see. Don't want to see that. It's all. But they always got to throw that shade on Dak, and they don't look at. They don't look at the stats. They don't look at percentages.
Mm-hmm.
And this QBR that they be talking. You're always looking at that. So his QBR is bad. So he's inaccurate. Really?
Right. And especially, of course, too, I'm trying to remember the other show with Jabba the Hutt on there, where he's basically just saying, Dak sucks, he's just average and things like that. I just don't get
Witless
speak for yourself. Yeah. His whole thing where he came out the night before and things. I'm just like, this is just crazy. And I get that they're playing a narrative because they're trying to get paid. But either we have a lot of uneducated football fans that are Cowboy fans that follow that and think that that's correct, or there's something else going on, because you can't honestly look at that and say, oh, he sucks, that his accuracy is not there. How could you complete the passes that he has for as many as he has if he's overthrowing guys?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now you look at his completion of attempts from this last game, 21 to 27. That's good. And then I think he had another game that was like 23 or 30. And then another one he had 24 or 27. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How's he not being accurate? And the yardage per game, it's up there in the top tier. So what's the problem? Cowboys fans, you need to relax. I've been following so daggum long.
It is.
It's ridiculous. And I've been through the '80s Cowboys and the later '90s Cowboys and all that stuff. Always hearing that crap. Oh, Trey.
Right. All right.
Get rid of Romo. Get rid of Romo. Get rid of Dak.
Yeah, and that was going to be my next point. It's kind of the same thing that they said about Tony Romo. But Dave, I appreciate the call, man.
All right.
Take it easy. And that's the same thing that they said about Tony Romo, that he's a bum, trade him and everything else like that. But you understand that when Tony Romo had what arguably was his best year was when DeMarco Murray rushed for 1,800 yards. The offense was balanced. But they didn't go through and say, well, Tony Romo's only good because DeMarco Murray. This is the same formula. This has been the Dallas Cowboys' identity since the beginning. It's the triplets. And if you take one of the three away, the team is not going to be as effective. For some reason, I think a lot of people think that, if you just get rid of Dak, you can throw anybody in there, and they're going to be fine with Zeke and Amari. Well, take a look at Amari's numbers in the 16 games he's been here with the Dallas Cowboys versus with Derek Carr, who at one point was a MVP candidate. Night and day difference. It's not that Amari Cooper's throwing the ball to himself. What do I think about another blocker for Dak? I would rather have a defensive lineman. I would rather have a big guy in the middle to help clog up the middle, because that's what worries me, is where we're going to be. Where we're going to be when it comes to playoff time. Do we have somebody who can clog up the middle, somebody who can stop the run better than what we've done? That's been our Achilles heel. The other thing that kills me, that worries me and scares me, of course, is we still got to get better at taking the ball away. You saw what getting the ball away from the Eagles did for the team. Takeaways can be as much as a 14-point swing. So I look at it from that standpoint of, I want to get a guy in the middle that is literally making the quarterback piss down his legs because he's worried about him coming right up the middle at him. Well, somebody had a great point of Snacks Harris. Snacks Harris wouldn't be a bad guy to have clogging up the middle. A one technique, yeah. I mean, and don't get me wrong, because Malik Collins has played pretty well. He's actually played really well, one of his best years. But you need a guy that can really, truly step up. Christian Watkins, okay, from Miami. We need a refrigerator Perry. That's what I'm talking about. Jordan. Oh, I agree with you on Jordan Lewis needs to play more. He does make better plays on the ball. Yeah, Antoine Woods ended up being hurt, and that kind of, definitely slowed us down without him being in there. Tyrone Crawford was kind of an emotional leader. Now, what was nice to see was Kerry Hayter actually kind of stepped up a bit this past week once my man got hurt. But he's kind of undersized. He's really kind of a tweener between tackle and defensive end. Oh, my God. The Reaper, the problem people have with Dak is his INTs. Dude. Oh, my God. Okay. You could put, on the interceptions, you could put probably 2 were definitely Dak Prescott's interceptions. And the funny thing that you're saying, the Reaper, is people aren't talking about Dak Prescott's interceptions, because Dak Prescott's interceptions haven't been game killers. These haven't been pick sixes. This year we've had more because we're challenging ball more downfield. I'd say the Hail Mary pass, you can't really put that one on. I mean, it's a Hail Mary. It's a jump ball. You can look at one of the ones where my man was being held up and should have been off defensive pass interference. You can put that one on that one as well. You can also look at another one that was tipped up that Amari Cooper would even say, that's my bad. And I would say we got greedy last week throwing in the end zone off of the turnover. That's 4 of the 7. Take a look around there, buddy. Vanilla hand, we are coming. Dak is not Roman. Dak is a leader. And see, how many times do we have? We coined the term specifically for Tony Romo, Tony Oh No, because being a gunslinger, you're risking the ball more. You're taking chances. You're throwing jump balls. This is where it drives me crazy. Regardless of what we do, it's a no-win situation with Dak, and that's the thing I don't understand. Because when we were dinking and dunking and winning games, well, Dak can't throw for 200 yards. Okay, we're averaging 300 yards a game passing now. Averaging 300 yards passing a game. And what do we have for people? Oh, Dak's throwing interceptions. Whew. Really? Hey, Emily Ann, how you doing? Boomer Sooner, what's up? Cowboy 86, the 3-1, Brandon Seller. Can we trade for Eli? There you go. And that's the kind. I hope that's a joke. The media wants the Cowboys constantly looking for a quarterback so we can constantly be rebuilding. That could be, well, or they want to just throw shade on the Cowboys so that way they have something to talk about. Dak will probably get paid by the time the regular season is over with. Well, it would be nice if he actually paid him during the bye week here, just to kind of say, okay, here we go. We should have gotten this thing done. Terry, it's not just fake-ass fans. It's everybody out there. How many, other than, I wouldn't say more than 25% of Cowboy fans would even say that Dak Prescott is a decent quarterback or a top 10 quarterback. I think the expectations for the Dallas Cowboys quarterback is you cannot have a single pass 2 inches off center. You cannot have an incompletion. You cannot have an interception. Just like my man said, well, it's the interceptions that bother people. He doesn't have any more than almost anybody else out there. Jared Goff's got a whole lot more out there. He got paid $30 million a year. Well, and maybe you're right, Jonathan, that it's just the talking heads are looking for anything to throw shade on the Cowboys for. But it just kind of gets under your skin, and it's like, I get it. He's not perfect. but there's no quarterback that is. But even in wins, you didn't win good enough by Cowboy fans. Trey Garrett and Jerry Jones. For whatever reason, they will hate our Cowboys. Urban Meyer, please. Oh, I mean, Zeppelin fan, man, shout out to you, man. I still can't believe. See, I'm truly blessed. I am truly blessed with the best fans in the world, okay? I get a few of them out there that kind of drive me crazy, Victor. But I've got so many people that have done so much to help me. Zeppelin fan has one of the Cowboys banners. In fact, Joseph Heatherly has one too from when he was a kid. Joseph is a little older than I am, so having one from the 60s is amazing. But Zeppelin fan has one that is signed by Tom Landry. And he's like, dude, I want to send that to you so you can put it up in the man cave. He said, that way I'll be able to see it. You know, it belongs to the football guys. I mean, that's an honor. Like my man who sent me the picture of the 73 Dallas Cowboys. This is becoming kind of like a Cowboys museum. And so I'm just amazed, and I feel so blessed. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, Vinny Testaverde. I do remember him, Stella. Thank you. The fact that you even... Here's how stupid some people are. They'll say, I'll take Quincy Carter over Dak Prescott. I'm like, Quincy Carter? Quincy Carter? Come on, man. Oh, Bill Romanowski, Mr. Steroid Monster Lane, Shannon Sharp. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I should get that clip right there and have that on there. So every time I use that, go ahead and just have them get laid out. Shannon Sharp doesn't expect perfection; he expects ratings. And I guess he's getting what he wants because I'm sitting here talking about him. And well, this is the one that this show really kills me because this is nothing but Dallas Cowboy haters. Because especially Jabba the Hutt. Let's listen to this.
Did Dak prove anything last night?
That last statement made my stomach hurt. What the hell you paying Teddy what?
25 over Dak 35, but go ahead.
We're going to talk about Teddy later because if I'm Teddy, I'm tapping out right now, but that's for another conversation. You want to know what Dak was dealing with? You want to know the true value of him to this franchise? Flip that coin over and just think about if Dak didn't play well last night, how we would come up here with a different conversation, how the weight would feel different for him in this franchise.
And 36 to 10 if he had played poorly?
If he had played poorly, right. If he had played poorly. If Dak Prescott didn't answer the bell once again against the Philadelphia Eagles, which is the only team that's had success, Super Bowl success in this division, and he owns that team. So you have to look at it through that perspective. Dak Prescott, his leadership, what he means to this team, and how he doesn't hide in dark moments. He doesn't look for cover when things go wrong for this team. He becomes more inspiring. You can even see it throughout the game. Him talking to his offense, talking to his offensive line. You heard it throughout the week. We need to practice.
Reaper, damn great comment there. You don't know how the 49ers are 6-0 with Jimmy G's having 7 TDs and 6 interceptions. And see, that's what's funny because you have some Cowboy fans that are saying, but look at Jimmy G, man. You know, they're 6-0, man. I'll take that guy. And it's like, it's not because of him. Take a look at what their defense is doing. Great comment, man. You should be the comment of the day.
Practice harder. We need to all collectively get into the mindset before Sunday night. So all those things are attributes, a lot of intangibles that are difficult to measure, but they always show up for a winning quarterback named Dak Prescott.
And Dak he proved last night that he's a winner. I mean, you get guys that come into this league and play the quarterback position. They may play for a year or two, and they might not win as many games as Dak. Dak has won games his first year. Second year was a little, off. Third year, playoffs. And then this year he's 4-3. I think that's good enough for them to pay him. I think he's proven everything. I said it 2 weeks ago. Pay this man his money and let him.
Let me ask you this, though, Mike.
Here we go.
Did you have doubts before last night's game that he was a winner?
No.
So
No.
What did he prove last night?
I mean, he.
You know what?
Read
between the lines, Joe.
But I never doubted that he couldn't win a football. He couldn't win the football game. I mean, he went out and proved to me as a quarterback, former quarterback, that he can win games. I've seen too many quarterbacks come and go in this league that can't win a game, and he's winning games. So, to his credit, he should get paid whatever they decide to pay him, whether it's $28 million, $30 million. I agree. He shouldn't break the bank because I think he needs players around him.
I think
I think
everybody
he's
needs
much
players
better,
around.
with players around him. You know, he got Cobb back yesterday and got Cooper back, and that meant a lot. So this is a guy who needs help, but yes, he can be consistent.
Yeah, but Dak is Dak. We know what we're going to get from Dak.
Yeah.
He's not going to lose you games, but he's probably not going to go win the game for you too. And I think in this day and age, with the quarterback position, with the market the way it is, Jay, I mean, you have to pay him. He's going to get $35 million plus because that is the price. Well, here's what I give you. Let me try for an analogy.
We're talking about Dak Prescott, and a third-year quarterback, not Tom Brady, 15-year quarterback.
But what if you live in California? Yesterday on the show, somebody from Louisiana, I think it was, won Terry Bradshaw's $250,000, and I was like, "Hey Terry," because he's from there. What can you buy for $250,000? What kind of house can you get? And he's like, "Oh, you'd get 18 acres and yada 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 for $250,000." Yeah, what would you get in California? And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's the market.
That's the
I
market.
don't care. This is the market. The quarterback position in the NFL, for better, for worse, is the next man up. He is going to get his $35 million or more.
Right.
And you're gonna get from Dak. You better surround him with players if you want to be successful, Jerry. Because we've seen him when he doesn't have it, he's not as good. He's not bad, but he's not as good. And if you just go with it, you have to roll with it.
Got to roll with it.
You know, the market can change.
Here we go.
Y'all all old enough. You remember 2008, 2007?
Oh.
The housing market and everything,
Yeah, I'm from LA. You know I
know. And then the market changed and flipped, and there was a buck. And so the market on quarterbacks can change. And I'm telling you, look around the league, you're better off with a complete team than overpaying golf.
I agree with that.
Overpaying wins.
I agree with that.
I disagree
Yeah.
with.
So why
with
can't
that.
Dallas be like, you know what? We're going to do the smart thing. We're not going to do what Philadelphia did with Wentz, what the Rams did with Goff.
Right.
Dak is a guy, $25 to $28 million, and build around
I
him.
disagree with those sentiments. One, Philadelphia paid Carson Wentz, and they came into the season with the most talented roster in NFL. According to a gang of people out there who look wrong right now. Who look wrong right now, but they have talent. So let's not act like once you pay your quarterback, there's nothing left. And we know the cap is going up every year. Let me tell you what has gone wrong for a few teams, like maybe Philadelphia. They invested in the wrong individual.
Geomag, I hope so too.
The wrong characteristics because they got caught up in the tangibles. Here's why you have to invest in Dak Prescott, most importantly, because of his leadership attributes. Think about his road to success. He came in day one replacing the franchise quarterback. Whoa. That sounds easy and it sounds convenient in a sentence. That is hella difficult to do. Then, when he hits another rough patch, and he's a 3-5 team last year, they go out and get Amari Cooper, and all of a sudden
didn't pull a Philadelphia.
And Dak plays well enough in the playoffs against the Rams where they should have advanced. He was let down by the running game and the defense. That said, now he's 3-3. Here comes the surging Philadelphia Eagles team. Once again, that resolve, those leadership attributes. You know why I know you invest in this guy? Because he has the second most wins since he's been a quarterback to who? Tom Brady, who's another guy who you can't invest in his tangibles, but then you realize he's going to have the resolve to replace a franchise quarterback in Drew Bledsoe and to go out there in any rough patch will always respond. That's why you pay Dak. But keep paying the guys with the big arms and see how that gets.
Well, my pushback, and Tony's been saying it for
Sit your ass there. Man, but see, and that's the thing. There is no perfect quarterback in the NFL. I don't care who you have. There is no perfect quarterback. You're fortunate if you got one that can stay upright because we've seen how many of them are biting the dust on a weekly basis this year. And what you got to look at is say, this guy, he's not going to turn over the ball. He definitely has the locker room behind him because you hear, for a couple of weeks now, we've been hearing from last offseason, people talking about Carson Wentz being a bit of a diva and things like that, and people talking about him behind the back. And now that the team is doing poorly, it seems like they're about to implode. We've been in where they were. We had the same record. We had 3 games losing streak, but you never heard one single player, not a single one, point a finger at the quarterback. Nobody. You didn't see anybody last year when we were 3-5. You've seen this guy outplay the Rams, Jared Goff, in the playoffs. And don't say it's all on Dak because, we looked at Zeke Elliott, got 50 yards? The defense couldn't stop the running game. They gave up 2 100-yard rushers. You saw Dak Prescott as a rookie going toe-to-toe and had 3 TD passes to Aaron Rodgers, 2, throwing for 304 yards as a rookie. You've seen this guy go to Pittsburgh and beat a Big Ben team, something that an old rookie had done. This guy has done everything that you could have asked and puts up with the shit that comes at him on a daily basis and just shakes it off. He's ice cold. He's got command of this offense, and now that you finally get rid of Scott Linehan, Uncle Rex, Uncle Rex, you hit the nail on the head right there. Right now, we're third in the NFL with cap space for next year after paying, and this is where it's crazy, because they're saying, oh, well, don't pay Dak. You certainly paid Zeke Elliott. You gave him, you backed up 2 Brinks trucks for Zeke Elliott. You done paid DeMarcus Lawrence, right? You done paid that guy, right? You done paid Lyle Collins. You paid Travis Frederick. You paid Zach Martin. You done paid Tyron Smith. And now you're going to say, oh, well, we're not going to pay you. How you going to pay everybody but me? Because here's the thing that's crazy, and as we got 97. Now that 97 is a little deceptive because we have a lot of free agents, okay? Like Robert Quinn, he's a free agent. Randall Cobb is a free agent. So we have guys that we're going to have to either draft and replace, or we're going to have to re-sign these guys as well. I think you look at Robert Quinn and say maybe we might want to re-sign him. So he's going to take up, a chunk of that money as well. But we have re-signed contracts long-term to those guys that still have $97 million. And there's going to be some more money that you can get because you're going to look at somebody like Tyrone Crawford. I love Tyrone Crawford, but he is a $10 million cap hit this year, okay? If he's cut next year, you save almost $9 million. Zeppelin fan, that ain't got nothing to do with his contract in the NFL. Zeppelin? That's like me saying, well, you know what? YouTube is paying me, X amount of dollars, so I need to go ahead and do this bathroom remodeling for, $500 for somebody. What I make on my other job got nothing to do with this job. You're talking about a guy who his first 3 years made less money than what Carson Wentz made Sunday night. Let me say that one more time. Dak Prescott made $2 million his first 3 years and only getting $2 million this year. Carson Wentz made more than that in one game. That game that he got his ass handed to him. And it pisses me off when you keep talking about, well, he's making $50 million from endorsement. That's great. That's wonderful. And the reason why he's doing it is because of what he's putting out on the field. The hard work that he has done in his day job is the reason why he's getting compensated on that. The reason he's getting paid on that other job is it's a reward for what he has done on the field. That's a bonus. You don't go into contract negotiations and say, well, you made $50 million, so, we only have to pay you $50 million, so that way you're a $100 million quarterback. Michael Vick had $200 million contracts in his career. You look at Sam Bradford, who's made over $130 million and hasn't gotten anywhere near what Dak Prescott has done. And this is the thing that really kind of irks me. Listen. You want to point fingers at the Dallas Cowboys not winning over the last 25 years. You can't put it at Dak Prescott for not doing everything that he can every single day. Zeppelin fan, what did I get wrong, Zeppelin? Did I speak so much, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. The thing is, This is what I do. I want you to look at this. There's no script here, okay? There's my notes right there. That and that. That's it. There's no scripts. And so what happens is, and I've told people this, when I come down here, turn on the lights, right? Turn on the camera. Once that sign open for business and the football guys get lit, it's on cruise control. And whatever is in my head just flows out, and I have no idea what it is I'm saying. So, Zeppelin fan, did I go off on you? But maybe you were the one. Zeppelin, were you the one? Oh, well, actually, see, Zeppelin fan. Here's the thing, though. Whether Dak was getting paid from those or not, I don't think Dak would have been the one to hold out regardless, because he looks at it this way: if I take care of what I'm supposed to do, everything else will come. If I do good, if I do right, then things will come to me. Well, Zophar, did I say that right? The reason I pay attention to the haters is somebody has to try and be the voice of reason. Because when you constantly, and here's the thing. I wasn't trolling his channel. I've actually got Lord Brunson's telephone number, AB1986 hater. I actually went in there. I actually go in there all the time. We actually talked about doing some work and stuff together. But when we started talking about doing some of that stuff, understand this, AB1986. This channel has, like my guy, Joseph Heatherly. Joseph, great fan. Guy has done a lot to help me and getting this channel going and all that. Over here on the side, we have actually, it's a movie prop pistol. That's something I treasure very much. But he's got like his niece and nephew that are 5 and 6 years old that actually like watch this channel. We had a great fan, his name slips my mind, that we met at the draft with cerebral palsy, who left the house and wanted to be in public for the first time because he wanted to come meet me. We have some wonderful ladies that are in here. So it's not about being like EDP's channel where every other word is F you, this, that, and the other. Okay? We can talk about each other's team. And see, there's Bird Gang Sports. Met him down at Redskins. I tell you what, the Redskins, yeah, just putting it out here, Bird Gang. Joe Boo made a visit there at Redskins training camp, and there's some crap, right? I'm just putting it out there. But regardless, Lord Brunson, E2 Blue, Philly 500, all of us YouTubers are kind of like a family, regardless. And so that's where I ask, if you come in here, don't come in here with F this, shit that, So, you know what I'm saying? We can go ahead and talk smack about the teams. We can give each other a little hard time. Because I can guarantee you, 1986, that if the Cowboys lost, you guys would have been all over. Don't make me pull the tapes out before. Because you guys were all over this channel, spouting your mouth out, talking smack, telling me how bad the Cowboys were. Even after the Jets, even though you guys lost to Minnesota, you guys were in here giving me crap. And you guys have been in here giving me crap since you won the Super Bowl. So don't act like, I'm doing something. Oh, my God. A Cowboy fan is talking to an Eagle fan about losing? Oh, say it's not so. Say it's not so. Understand, if you're going to talk the talk, walk the walk. That's it. And when you're in here doing something like this, when you talk about the Eagles, or you talk about the Cowboys, you can expect when you don't show up that the trolls will. So that's where we are. And that's all I ask is, listen, we have real discussions about football. You know, Philly and I, we talk smack back and forth and stuff, but we've actually talked about our teams. And I want to actually go back to that videotape when we were looking at the forecast when Philly was like, I see my team going 13-3 and everything else and blowing the vision and kicking the Cowboys' butts. But he backed it up with reasons why he thought his team was going to be good. I gave my reasons, which turned out to be right, why they weren't. So it just is what it is. So 1986, if you want to come in here and act a fool, by all means, come in, act a fool. But there you go. Dak is the most positive part of our team, and he does keep everybody together. That's the one thing, when we talk about getting rid of Jason Garrett, the thing that I can at least say about Jason Garrett is that when the team went 3-5 last year, that they didn't crater. When the team had this 3-game losing streak up here, that they didn't give up, that everybody who was injured made a point of, beyond what the doctor said, they were going to make sure they were out there. And for me, that says that the team was trying to play for Jason Garrett. So, how far that gets us. What's up, Veggie Bomber? Yeah, man, I wondered what happened to you, dude. Man, I ain't seen you in like a long. Did you see me like on the Facebook? Because I know I'm actually broadcasting on Facebook now, so a lot of people on Facebook are like, "Oh shit, excuse my language." I forgot that Mark Holmes does YouTube, and so a lot of them are now kind of coming back over this way and stuff. So I appreciate that. But do me one other favor, everybody. Listen, this is the link for my other channel, which is Joe Boo's Day Job. Okay. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get that up to 1,000 subscribers so that way I can live stream when I'm doing work. And also, too, as a backup channel in case something happens to this one. So I think I'm only about 240 people away from it. I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers on the channel before next weekend when we go to Puerto Rico to rebuild some homes and stuff. So do a brother a favor, do a solid. If you like what I do here and stuff, and you want to help me out, and you say, Mark, I'd like to do something great for you or anything, but I can't, look, all you got to do is click the subscribe button, and you help me immensely on that channel. So if you can do that, I would appreciate that. Fans were booing the Eagles. They should have been. AB 1986. I think he's an Eagle troll. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. Darnold got punked around. It was fun to watch. But see, that's, in the end, that game actually may do the Cowboys a favor. Because a lot of times you just kind of sleepwalk through things. Jonathan Lindsay, I appreciate you subbing for that. That's why I love this channel. You say what we all want to say. Bye, Eagles, bye. Oh, the Eagles, that game hurt them, man. That game hurt them bad. I honestly am surprised at how much the Eagles have cratered from that, where, now people are pointing fingers at Carson Wentz. You got players that are like, I can't wait to get out of here. And now they're realizing their old team. They literally are about to implode. If they end up having a bad game this week against Buffalo, you're going to see that team go, 6 feet under. What's happening, Eric? Man, lucky you that you are in Hawaii. Damn. But, here's the thing, though. Don't get complacent. The thing I was saying about the Jets is that Jet game should humble you to the point where you realize, I may be D-Law, I'm getting paid $21 million a year. That don't mean jack when you get on the field. That you got to show up. You might be playing for the Dallas Cowboys, as my man Charles Haley would quote Jerry Jones with. That don't mean nothing. What you going to get is hate from everybody else that want to kick your ass. And so when you play the Jets, who know we ain't going anywhere. If we beat the Cowboys, we're the talk of the town for a week. And that's exactly what you get. So when you play the Giants said, no, they're not going anywhere. They get a win over the Cowboys, they're pounding their chest. So you got to make sure every week, every play, you give 100% everything that you got. So, guys, it's about that time that I get ready to get up out of here. And I just want to put this up here because I'm so proud that Zeke Elliott has shown up this past week and played probably the best game that we've seen him play in quite a while. That everybody on the team showed up last week. And if we can get that kind of play week in and week out, there's a lot of things we can do. But please stop living in our past failures. This team is not any other Dallas Cowboy team other than the 2019 one. And their story is not written. The things that have happened in the past have nothing to do with what can happen in the future. But I just want you to remember when things were kind of low here.
Good color. Zeke who?
Zeke who?
Not at your expense. But seriously, just talk about what he's done and just continue to show. He just, now I will say this, that was a critical blitz pickup that got our quarterback killed. You got to be able to make that block. Okay. What's amazing for him to come in here, and he hadn't done that much. He knows exactly what to do, and he knows how to do it. So it is. He goes out there and he plays to that level, and he's going to be, if he continues this through the next several weeks.
Yeah, that was some hard times for our Cowboys. But let me leave you. Let me do one more because this is kind of fun. This is for AB and crew. All right, so that's it. I've done my trolling for today. All right, I will talk to you guys later on. Thank you all for joining in. And again, one more time, subscribe to my other channel, please, so we have it as a backup just in case stuff happens. And as always, keep spreading the mojo, guys. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here because it's time to turn off the lights.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.